Hi everyone, Derek Johnson with Tatango.com. I'm here at Innovista Law, the home of the TCPA Defense Force, and I'm here with David Carter, a TCPA attorney. David, one of the questions I get asked is, can I text message my customers? And I know that's a loaded question, but let's kind of once and for all settle this question.
Well, Derek, as you mentioned, it's a pretty loaded question. So companies, brands out there can certainly text message their customers, but to do so, they have to comply with the Telephone Consumer Protection Act.
Okay.
And that requires them to have gained a certain level of consent from their customers in advance. Usually it's going to be written consent that can either be through a text message opt-in or actually like pen and paper would still work these days.
Okay. So you can actually get like a text message or complete a web form, that would be considered written consent.
That's right. That's
okay.
Right. But they have to have consent. And so if the company has just developed a list over time, gotten a bunch of phone numbers through as people checked out of the register of things, but haven't gotten people to expressly state that they're open to receiving text messages, then they're not going to be able to rely on that list. They're going to have to go back and actually have people affirmatively opt in to receive text messages. So most companies can't just start texting tomorrow. They've got to kind of have a plan in place. They've got to build out a database and get that level of consent before they start the process.
So if you collect, let's say, business cards, you have like a bowl, I think fish bowl they call them, at your restaurant, and people just throw in their business card in there, you cannot text message those people.
That's right, because those people, when they're dropping in their business card, have not been informed that they're going to start receiving text messages. And so they're not opting in or providing the necessary levels of consent.
Okay.
And so if you start just taking those business cards and converting them into a list to start text messaging, you're pretty quickly probably going to find yourself with some demand notices and some complaints under the Telephone Consumer Protection Act.
And what are the penalties? Because okay, who cares, the TCPA, I'm just going to do it anyway. Yeah. What kind of penalties could a business see if they violate the Telephone Consumer Protection Act?
It's pretty stiff, and this is why people really should be paying attention to the TCPA before they start texting. The Telephone Consumer Protection Act provides for $500 of minimum statutory damages per message.
Per text message.
Per text message. And then there's an option, potential to go up to $1,500 per message if a complaint can show the company willfully violated the TCPA.
So that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. It adds up very quickly. I mean, there are demands and cases into millions, hundreds of millions of dollars of potential exposure. And so it's an area that's definitely attracted a lot of litigation. In addition, you also, beyond just the potential for a plaintiff to bring a case against you, you have federal regulatory agencies like the Federal Communications Commission that can also pursue people that have not, that are texting without the appropriate consent.
So the government can go after you and consumers can go after you.
Yes, and you also could have states attorneys general, so there's really...
So it's not something you want to do.
No.
Now, texting your customers is okay if you have the right consent.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a number of great brands, a number of your customers, for example, that do a great job with texting. They understand the value it brings to having that consumer engagement, but they make sure that they have the right consent in place and that they continue to engage with the consumer in a way that's compliant.
Okay. One question I always get asked, because I think people first collect phone numbers before even engaging in a software provider thinking about text messaging. Yeah. Let's say you have collected business cards over the course of the last 5 years and you want to now get their consent. Can you send them a text message asking for their consent?
No, you really would have to get consent from the start, right?
Okay.
So you'd have to get consent either at a checkout location where maybe on the credit card kiosk you could
So it has to be when they
up.
Give the phone number, that's when you have to get consent, and you can't get consent by sending them a text message later on asking for that consent.
That's right. If you send the text message after and to ask for consent, that is itself a violation of the TCPA, right?
Yeah, it's kind of obvious because you're asking for the consent. You didn't have their consent originally to text message them.
Correct. So that would not be the right way to go about doing that.
Okay. Anything else businesses should know for texting their customers?
Well, I think that in terms of once you've received consent and you're starting to send out messages, then working with the vendor like Tatango or someone else that will help to ensure that the messages you're sending out are also compliant and that they don't run afoul of sort of carrier obligations.
Okay.
There is a host of, beyond the TCPA, this market has a host of players and best practices.
Like the CTIA, the wireless carriers.
Correct.
Okay.
And so there's going to be a number of steps that you'll want to take to make sure that what you're saying in your messages and the frequency with which you're sending messages are also in compliance. And as we talk, we always try to distinguish from lawyers' perspectives, right? The distinction between what does the Telephone Consumer Protection Act require as a legal requirement, and then what are things that people may hear talking about or discuss that are not actually firmly legal requirements, but they're more best practices or guidelines.
Like the CTIA with the help and message and data rates, those are required, but they're not required by the law.
That's right.
And the TCPA is the law.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Awesome, that sounds good. I'm Derek Johnson with Tatango.com. We're here with David Carter at Innovista Law, home of the TCPA Defense Force, and we essentially answer the question, can I text message my customers? Thanks for watching our video today. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up on YouTube. If you want to see more of these types of videos, be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have comments or questions, please leave a comment or question in the comment section below.